morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining me for this video. Today I am Marg from Creative Stamping with Marg. Today we're going to make a fun fold card that I had done a Christmas card from, but I'm adapting it today to something different. And I have lots of Stampin' Up! News on my desk, so let's go down and I will share with you. All right. So you can see on my desk I have a flyer that began yesterday. The in color sale has started for the month of August. So anything, there's the 2025-2027 in colors. And if you go on to the website, you will see under specials in color sale, and it lists everything that's 15% off. So you can stock up on your ink pads, re-inkers, ribbons. You can see embellishments. There's some card kits. There's a whole bunch of things that I never even thought about. So do check it out online. Also online, they've added a whole bunch of things to the last chance list. I was just going through my stock to see what I'm pulling that's gone to the last chance, and there's a whole bunch of new things on there. So check it out because a lot of things are a good discount, and things that were on there before, they've marked down again. So I was just noticing some of the ribbons. I'll bring my bin in and I'll share with you some of the ribbons that they were clearing. This pack of petal pink and white diagonal trim combo pack, it was originally $13.75. They marked it down to $9.62, and now it's down to $6.87. And this is the one that has the 2 rolls of ribbon in it. So do check that out because there's a lot more markdowns and a lot better prices. So the other thing that we need to think about, if you're interested in the next paper pumpkin, this is August paper pumpkin, needs to be subscribed to before August the 10th. So you still have a few more days. Yes, I think I'm right about that. This Farmhouse Florals is going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. Comes with some linen thread. Your Stampin' Spot is going to be Secret C, and there is an additional stamp set in this one, so it should be a good one. All right, and the dies that go with it, I've been sharing with you because they go with July, August, and September. They are called Circle of Seasons dies, so that's an add-on. If you're a paper pumpkin customer, you can add those on to your order. Okay, in color sale, last chance list, paper pumpkin, and I have my new card kit to go. So that's this one here. We are going to be, it's focused on 2-tone paper. So there's 2 cards that use 2 different techniques for the 2-tone paper. And I was featuring the Florals in Bloom Designer Series paper and the Celebratory Sips paper. So you can see Celebratory Sips in here and the 2 papers in these 2 cards, Florals in Bloom. So you would receive these 4 cards with envelopes, all the written instructions. You get a PDF from me, and you get everything to make it, except I can't do the stamping. So in the PDF, I do include what stamps I used. You don't have to use the same ones as me, but I will include that so you'll see it. So those are the 4 cards. Lots of fun, lots of bright colors. Okay, so I think that's all the news that I wanted to share with you. I am using some things today for this card from the last chance list, so I'll share those with you when we go along. You can see I've got some stamp pads here, and I'm sure everybody has already heard about the cloud cover, how Stampin' Up! Didn't release it in the large pad because it reacted funny with the foam pad. So you can buy the uninked stamp spots, which is what I did. And I bought a re-inker of cloud cover, and I just put the ink in here. And this is my cloud cover now. So that's there. Okay, let's get started on our card. This is the stamp set I'm using today. You Are Remarkable. And I am using the Nested Essential dies for this one. But to start with, our card base is Strawberry Slush today. It is 4 1/4 by 11. I have scored this at 1 7/8 and 5.5. So it's our basic card, but with this extra fold on it, which will fold back like this. So you can see it's evenly spaced or pretty close. And the designer series paper I'm using, this one is from the Florals in Bloom. It's this pattern with the Secret C pattern on the back. This piece is 3.5 by 4 1/8, and I like it just to show, you know, the 4 1/8 just shows your little bit of border of your card base, and I like that look. So that's why it's 4 1/8. That piece is going to go there. I have a piece of this, and this came from, this is also from the Florals in Bloom. It's this pattern, but I wanted this strawberry slush on the back. So it is 1 3/4 by 4 1/8, and it's going to go here. Then I have another piece, and this came from Celebratory Sips, but I wanted the strawberry slush again, so I wanted a neutral kind of pattern. So this is 2 by 4 1/8. That's the other thing about Stampin' Up. Here's 2 completely different packages of paper, but look how they go together. You know, it's really nice. The coordination is just so fantastic. So there's my designer series paper. You'll need a white piece of paper to write on for the inside that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/8. So that's there, and I have already stamped a little bee on it. The little bee comes out of here, and I think he's just so cute. So I did that in cloud cover. And the nested essentials, what I did was I used the largest rounded rectangle, this one, and I cut a Flirty Flamingo piece out. So that's that one, like that. I took the next size die, and I cut a white layer. And I've already stamped it, so you'll see it here on this side. And I used the words from You Are Remarkable, Friends Are Flowers in the Garden of Life. And I also stamped that little bee there in cloud cover. So that goes in the inside of this. And then I thought, well, that looks kind of, it looks okay. But I thought, maybe a little boring. Could add to that. So I took this die, the size of the white, and then I took the smaller one and I put them through my machine. And I positioned them very carefully so that I would get a frame of strawberry slush. So that's what I got when I did that. And that is going to get glued onto our white piece, just like that, to form a frame. So that's my thinking on all of that. And I am using a last chance list item. This is the Baker's Twine 3-color pack. Flirty Flamingo, Lemon Lolly, and Balmy Blue. It was originally $11. They marked it to $6.60, and now it's gone down to $5.50. So I'm using the Flirty Flamingo. I made a double bow, and I'm hoping to use that. I've also pulled the Basic Gray and Smoky Slate Pearls. They were $10.25. They're down to $9.22. They're on the last chance list also. So there's 2 colors of gray, and they almost look like cloud cover. So I thought, we'll see. I may use them, I may not. So I've got those sat there. So let's go ahead and get this put together. So I'll bring in my silicone mat because I am using my liquid glue. And I will just put it together the way I showed you. I had all of these pieces laid out, so we'll just get them glued on. Okay. So in Canada, we just had a long weekend, our Heritage Day weekend. So that was nice to have an extra day off, and the end of last month was my birthday, so my family had a wonderful barbecue for me on the long weekend, so that was great. Everybody together, all the grandkids, and my son and daughter, and their spouses. So yeah, it was all great. So, and we've had some really hot weather here, which I love the hot weather, but it is wearing on me a little bit. 30 degrees is really warm where we live, so I am tiring of it a little bit, but it looks like we are going to be down in the mid-20s next week, so I'll be happy about that. Okay, I'm going to just open this up, and I'm just putting this here, looking top to bottom and to the right edge for my placement. And I will also, I'm not stamping anything on the inside of this card except the bee that I already did, but if you are stamping, I suggest you stamp first before you glue this in, because you do not want to have a stamping error, and then you have to make some correction there. So I like this little space between the two pieces like that. You can butt them together if you like, because it closes like this, you don't see it. So there's our card, just like that. Stands nicely, and then we're going to have the focal point on that flap. So we'll go ahead and glue this all together. What we need to do with this is just put glue onto this frame. So I'm just going to put a light line of my liquid glue on here and put that frame on top of my words, which I've stamped, and you can see they're centered so that this frame, you know, goes around them and doesn't cover any of it up. And it should fit perfectly, of course, because I did use the same size outer die. So there it is in the strawberry slush, and I use strawberry slush to stamp my words. And then I'm putting this onto Flirty Flamingo, and I'm just going to hold it on my card because I want this Flirty Flamingo to be centered on there like that, and I think I'll pop it up on dimensionals. So I think I can glue this down and just center it on there. All right, there we go. So this is a quick and easy card, and like I said, I had made a Christmas card out of this, and I really liked the design, so I thought I'm going to use it this week on my video. So there we go. And the easiest way, instead of putting the dimensionals on here, because I don't want them overlapping either side, I'll put the dimensionals onto this little flap. And again, I'm going to center this pretty much, I think. And I thought I would put this little bow just in the bottom corner here with a glue dot probably. So I will put some dimensionals onto my flap. Maybe 5 will be good. And just make sure, like I'm going to put it about like that. So I think this looks good. And then you just need to take those backs off. And backs go in the garbage, of course. And then this will stick on here. Maybe should get my glue dot out to put that twine on with. And center this as best I can, I think. Just don't press it down till you're sure. Go ahead and press it down. I will get a glue dot here. There we go. This has come out of my string here. Just 1 second. Looks like I need to order some glue dots. All right, I need to take your pick tool here. And I will just take it and roll it a little bit, like that. And I think I'll just put it just on the corner here, just like that. And stick that on. And again, it sort of covers up my words a little bit. That's okay. So what do you think of that? I love this card. It's very attractive and uses 3 different kinds of DSP, which is kind of interesting. And like I said, from 2 completely different packages of paper, but they do coordinate. Now, as far as the gems go, I thought I could put, let's move this out of the way. And I think I would use the lighter of the 2 colors. So Smoky Slate, I guess it is. So I will take one from here. This is Smoky Slate on the bottom. And maybe I'll put them over here. Like that. And I have to look at this again. It's kind of hard to see them. Which is the darker of the 2 small ones? I really have to look at that. I think it's these. I'm going to put another one here. And one more, because we like to work in 3s, and I think I'm going to put it right over on here, like that. Okay, so there's our card. I think it turned out good, and able to use a few things from the clearance, the last chance list. It's always fun to use up some of those supplies. I will share with you the Christmas card I made. This is the Christmas card. Of course, this is retired paper that I used. And even the stamp set is retired, but I embossed Season's Greetings on the front in gold, and I embossed my inside. So this will go to someone fairly special because I don't always emboss the inside of my cards. So there it is as a Christmas card. So of course, using a larger focal point with the Spotlight and Nature dies, that nice die. And then I thought, well, I change it up and make it a different shape. So that's why I chose that one. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed that. If you did, I sure appreciate a thumbs up. I will put the directions for this card underneath the video, and you can get it there on my YouTube channel, of course, what you're on right now. And if you're interested in the card kit, you can contact me through either my email, mrgorn@shaw.ca, or go to my website, margaretgorn@stampinup.net. You can contact me through there. All right. The mini catalog is coming out. It starts the beginning of September, so I should have those. I'm able to order them soon, so I should have those by the end of August. If you're wanting a mini catalog, please let me know. And if you still don't have a regular catalog, the annual catalog, this one, please let me know. I could get that to you also. So, hope everybody has a super week.